Coming up next, we get to this UFC middleweight division fight. Well, this young man is a really accomplished submission specialist, and sometimes fighters get offended when you call them a specialist, but most people know what he's trying to do in there, and to this point, no one's really been able to stop him.
John, he will try to pull guard. He pulls guard anymore in the UFC at this point, but he understands that for him to be successful, the fight has to be in the grappling, in the jiu-jitsu. If he's able to extend these jiu-jitsu exchanges, he is the guy that is generally going to win. He understands position. He understands going from point A to point B. He always is the one controlling the underhook. Always has the frame. Just a knowledge of jiu-jitsu that not many people can match.
And you can be sure as he makes this walk tonight, he's thinking about just how quickly he can get this fight to the ground and utilize those aforementioned high-level submission skills. Well, this guy has truly made the takedown a thing of beauty in mixed martial arts with respect to yourself and George St. Pierre and the truly great takedown artists. This guy's closing the gap and entering that company in the eyes of many.
Oh, absolutely, because he's done such a great job of timing takedowns. I haven't seen anyone so good at slipping a jab into a takedown since George St. Pierre.
Right.
He does a phenomenal job of getting from step 1 to step 2 before his opponent even realizes now he's in on my leg. And if they do get their hips back, immediately he's up into a foot sweep or a headlock or an inside trip. It's just so many different ways for him to get you to the floor that he will throw every single one at you every single time.
And a lot of fighters talk about that wrestling maintenance and how hard it is, right, over the course of a career to continue to drill those things. He talks a lot about that, and that's why he's continued to realize success here in the UFC.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Bad Intentions. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a boxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio, USA, the Nightmare. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Dan Mergliata.
So Dan Mergliata shares the cage. You ready? You ready? All right, so here we go with round 1. Seems to be a situation in which he wants to do everything in his power to keep this fight on the feet. He'd appear to have a lot of advantages at distance. We'll see if he can get it done tonight.
Yes, he has all the advantages because we don't see many specialists anymore in the UFC. Guys can generally do everything, but this guy is a jiu-jitsu player. He wants to get the fight to the ground and start to weave his web of traps to try and find a submission. This striker needs to maintain his space. He needs to make sure he is not on the ground. Avoid it at all costs.
Oh!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Let's finish this fight.
Got the single collar tie. Oh, nice connection with that punch. It's one thing to have an edge and reach. It's another to take advantage. Nicely done.
Look at him drive his shin into his opponent's body with that body kick. He has a commitment to kicking tonight, and it shows. Way to hide that leg kick. When you're in a clinch, you can pull down on the head and land beautiful punches to the head. Nice straight punch.
Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots. Oh, big knee there. Quick level change now.
He went single into a high crotch. Oh, he's taking his dude for a ride. Slams him on his back. What a takedown.
How's that feel to be on the wrong end of that?
Not, I mean, honestly,
I knew that was coming. All right, working inside the closed guard now. This is no safe place against this opponent.
Oh, he's stuck in the guillotine.
Oh, we're getting a finish here. And this might just be a matter of time. Brilliant submission defense there. All right, side control now, DC. When you get side control in a fight, what are you looking at?
When I get to the side control in the fight, and I believe this young man should do the same thing, it's secure first. Grab everything in tight. Make sure your elbows are in. Make sure you've got something locked in so your opponent doesn't just squirm away. Punch short punches, but try to make the opponent make a choice. Either he turns back into you, you take your front headlock, or he turns in the opposite direction, you throw your hook in, and you start looking to get a choke off.
All right, a lot of high-level striking action in that last round. Daniel, take us through it, if you will.
Tit for tat. Who has the best chin? It seemed as though they were looking for that answer. Both guys took risk. What a fantastic round.
He jumped that round, but you're all right. You're going to get back out there and put it on him now. It's a little payback time. They're aggressive. They're confident.
Okay, you ready? Round two. Ready?
Second round underway.
Nice. Look at him work this at trying to shut the liver down.
Oh, significant strike attempt there, but a huge block. Big knee there.
Boom! Big jab.
Well, he's got the longer reach, and he certainly showed it there in landing that straight punch.
Nice punch lands over the top.
Oh, and he caught the kick. Oh, collar tie. Oh! Huge kick to the head. Oh, straight right.
Can't take many of those. Better check.
All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. Well, he has really picked up the pace here in round two. Much more aggressive than we saw in round one, and now starting to find himself in the pocket.
That's a big strike right there. He's back in the clinch. Watch the knees to start to come out.
Man, he's timed his shots nicely. It's like Tom Brady out there. He hasn't missed the target.
I mean, you insist on bringing in Tom Brady. Stop it. John, stop it. Ooh, head kick lands, was hurt.
Stuff.
Wow. Actually
Getting
got
tighter.
the takedown.
Wow. Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. All right, looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent, you gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Nice move into half guard, shades of Daniel Cormier slicing through that guard.
Unbelievable. I love it. Like a knife through butter. What a great job passing.
Well, you see all the grappling repetitions here. Just beautiful movement, seamless transitions on the ground.
Over and over, these guys are doing things that you see in every jiu-jitsu gym around the country.
10 minutes in the books. All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
Keep that pace up. Wow, I'm impressed. You really broke him down with your striking.
Third and final round. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to pile up these body shots here in the latter stages of this fight. You didn't see a lot of that in the earlier rounds, making up for lost time here.
Oh, big head kick lands.
Oh, and he connects there. Pretty nice punch there.
Great job finding the range to land those punches.
Checks the leg kick. The right hook to the body. And they separate.
Look at the turnover in that kick. Over and over, landing a big body kick.
Well, you saw us referencing the tail of the tape, DC. He's got the reach advantage and certainly made good use of it there in landing that jab. Starting to do some real, nice timely trip there to get the takedown. Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Blocked! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
Well, the body work starting to take its toll. Look at the redness starting to appear on his left side. Oh, how about the speed on that reversal there? I mean, I know you can get out of some bad spots, but not with that type of speed.
You cannot allow him to get leverage on the bottom. What a sweep.
All right, working inside the now open guard of his opponent. Uh-oh.
Throwing up a triangle. The guy on his back is very good at submissions, and if he's not careful here, he's going to get stuck, and he will have to submit.
2 minutes now to go in the fight. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Able to land the single ground strike there. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
One minute to decide this one. Seconds to go. All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man. I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 29-27. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Bad Intention.
Well, he did not get the finish that he certainly prioritized when we sat down with him in our fighter meeting, but a win is a win. He gets it done by unanimous decision.
And he said he wanted to finish. But sometimes your opponent's not willing to play the game. In those instances, all you can do is control what you can control, and that's fight to the best of your ability. He did exactly that tonight.
All right, coming up next, it's a UFC middleweight division fight. Well, DC, this is a true mixed martial artist of the highest order. You've watched the film. Hard for me to see much in terms of glaring weaknesses, and he believes he can react to anything that is thrown his way inside that arm.
It's unbelievable because whenever you're trying to prepare for someone, you look for weaknesses. But when you watch this guy, nothing jumps off the page. When you think I have to go wrestle him, you realize very quickly that not only can he defend takedowns, he can also go and secure them himself. He's that new breed of fighter that has been doing every discipline from the very start of his career. You know you're looking at a guy that will contend for a championship.
And if our fighter meeting on Thursday is any indication, confidence, not an issue for this young man coming in here tonight. All right, here he is, for my money, Mike, the most well-rounded fighter in this division, a true mixed martial artist at his core, and he believes he'll have a lot of advantages in this matchup tonight.
Everyone talked about him being well-rounded. It's unbelievable to watch a guy that can do everything across the board at such a high level.
Yeah, he's comfortable wherever the fight goes. Maybe he'll grapple tonight, maybe he'll strike. Makes him a hard guy to prepare for. Tail of the tape for this much-anticipated middleweight encounter. So these fighters relatively close in age, just a year apart. Some differences in height and reach. To get us started with the official introductions, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a boxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio, USA, Haymaker. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a freestyle fighter, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Columbus, Ohio, Razor. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata.
Dan Mergliata, your referee.
You ready? You ready?
All right, here we are inside the home of the New York Knicks. It is Madison Square Garden, and I think a lot of people remember when Conor McGregor and Eddie Alvarez ushered in this building as far as the UFC is concerned back in 2016.
I mean, that place was insane. Conor McGregor became the UFC double champion. From outside of the arena to build up to the fight, to in the arena when Conor became the king. This was a great moment in the world. He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh, he might be out. Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Big powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
All right, single collar tie now. Oh, really using his reach advantage there with that land, DC.
Beautiful body kick lands right under the elbow.
Right hand, yep. Oh, roundhouse kick. Add that to his highlight reel. All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. And a nice job at least staying upright on that.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one? Look at him chop the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
Well, the right hand has been there at times, not that time. Oh, beautiful kick to the body there, and he just left himself wide open for that strike. Very vulnerable by leaning in, keeping the guard high to allow for an opening down low.
Real nice body kick lands. Nice strike.
Stay aggressive.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
It's very tricky when he throws that body kick. Nice leg kick lands.
And they separate. Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active. And there's another takedown attempt.
That was something. Nice strike.
Both fighters exchanging the pocket here.
Big kick. Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now. Good right hand.
Oh, combination lands, and it seemed like almost every strike found the target.
He's so accurate when he decides to attack. It is a sight to behold.
Oh, and he connects with a punch there, DC. You gotta like what you're seeing thus far.
I mean, the speed at which he throws is crazy.
All right, well, his kicking game was outstanding in that round. We'll see if his opponent can make the adjustments, but take us through the replays before we get there.
It's always weird to watch a young fighter start to come into his own. Early in his career, he did not have this ability. He did not have the ability to dictate and control fights with his legs. Now he does, and he looks like a future champion in the making.
Okay, listen, I need you to be first.
All right, next round is underway, DC. We talked about his powerful kicks, how he attacks all sides of the body, the head, the legs. Pretty good start for him tonight.
That was so impressive to see someone fight almost predominantly with their legs and have that level of success. Nice stick with the right hand.
Just wow!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Knee to the body. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue.
Nice punch lands over the top.
Well, he's got the reach advantage. You might as well use it. Nice job there to find a home for that jab.
Left hand punch for the clinch.
Nice 1-2 there. Just over 3 minutes to go. Single collar tie now. And he caught the kick. We'll see what he can do with it. And they separate. Takedown defense holds up. Well, a really good second round for him. Oh!
He's hurt. Serve him up. Go get
Lands
him.
a nice 1-2.
Look at how fast. The only person I can do this to is maybe John. John, there's a weight difference. I don't know if you know jiu-jitsu much. You miss a lot of your classes. If I'm going to do this to anybody, it's Eddie.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Well, there are a few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Oh, man, this ground and pound is good. Probably my favorite striking realm in MMA, and he's as good as it gets.
The problem is his opponent is not controlling his posture. He's allowing his opponent to get up, and when he does, he creates this space to land these beautiful ground and pound combinations.
All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. All right, 20 seconds to go in the round. A lot of top pressure being applied here. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter, and he's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. All right, DC, let's look at some of the highlights from the last round. Lot for the replay guys to choose from.
Yeah, man, these guys stood on a quarter in the middle of the octagon. Take one to give one. Over and over, each guy landed, and they both landed very well over the course of that first round.
All right, here we go, DC. Our next round is underway, and he's chasing some punch stat records tonight. That was some serious volume and efficiency in the previous round.
Normally, you see that in boxing, where a guy just throws so many strikes. If this man has taken it to the octagon, looking to break all the punch records before the night is over. Good punch.
Well, just as he did in the previous round, continuing to land a high number of... Whoa!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact...
Trying to stay in this fight.
That
big knee.
That knee hurt him. Another punch to the head. He's really turning every part of himself into those strikes to the head. Nice body kick right under the elbow.
Big knee to the body. That'll soften him up. Just over 3 minutes to go in round 3. Whoa!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh, he might be out. Oh!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got a...
So holding on to him here, not doing a ton, perhaps just looking to recover.
Oh, great time on that beautiful takedown. Oh!
He might get a finish here.
Oh, now he's in trouble.
The sheer will is really remarkable to watch.
Down into his mount.
All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. All right, side control now. Keeping busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
Now the guy's got armbar. He's attacking it on it. He's attacking armbar now. You got to recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you got to move him off, and you got to cover. You can't be off to an angle.
And this might just be a matter of time. What else can you say but what a fight? All right, so the fighters go the distance here tonight, but it went a whole lot better for one of them than the other. Talk us through the replays, champ.
Some decisions are different than others, and his striking really did separate him from the competition. He fought so well in the stand-up game that he should get a very easy decision.
The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 29-28. For the winner by unanimous decision, Razor.
All right, congratulations to him. He is your winner by unanimous decision, and certainly a dominant performance here tonight.
Yeah, he did a great job of just dictating and controlling all the engagements of this fight. His opponent never really had an opportunity to lead the dance. He did that from start to finish, and he wins a unanimous decision.
Coming up next, we get to this UFC middleweight division fight. All right, well, I'm excited for this one. This is a kickboxer of the highest order. He has so many different kicks and punches in his arsenal and figures to try to keep this on the feet here tonight.
The beautiful thing that he does is he throws that front push kick to create distance when a guy starts to get too close and wants to wrestle with him. He throws it, and the moment you're back at his range, he starts to blast high kicks. He doesn't always intend on landing it, but he beats up your arms with high kick after high kick after high kick. And then as you get desperate, you start to run into knees, and he does not need much space to land a knockout punch. This guy is one of the best strikers we've ever seen in the UFC.
And if you don't find the striking range early against this guy, you could be in real trouble. Well, always exciting when this guy shows up on the fight card, Daniel. He is a true mixed martial artist. Not really any glaring weaknesses, at least, that he's put on film thus far.
He's the new breed of fighter. Those kids that start doing everything at 6 years old. They start wrestling, they start doing jiu-jitsu, they start to box. He's one of those guys that has every one of those skills, and he does them all at an A+ level. He's got tremendous cardio. He is the type of fighter that in a few years will just litter the UFC roster across the board.
And oftentimes his opponents will say he doesn't really do anything special, but he does everything at a plus level, and he believes he'll have a lot of advantages in this matchup tonight. Our tale of the tape for this middleweight fight. So more than 10 years apart, these two fighters. Some differences in height and reach as well. All right, now for the particulars, we go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Columbus, Ohio, Thomas. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio, USA, Hurricane. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Murgliata.
Dan Murgliata.
You ready? You ready?
All right, so the fight is underway. We will see how it plays out. It's a pick'em fight according to Las Vegas, and really hard to think of a weakness that we have seen on film from either guys in their UFC careers thus far.
I feel like both of these guys are the top of the food chain. They're the best of the best that we can put inside
The hip toss as he takes him down. Now we'll see what he can do with it.
right into side control.
Oh, now he stuns him beautifully with the left hand.
The left hand is so accurate. He's so educated. He's so able to fight from both fighting stances.
Oh, nice job here staying busy off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these transitions.
He is a master of movement on the ground. You never know where he's going to be.
Pretty good ground and pound by him here. He told us on Thursday he needed to be more effective in these situations. Certainly effective tonight.
Many people have gone away from this style of fighting. This man has embraced it, and you are seeing why he's one of the best that we've seen do it in a long time.
Oh, looks like he's transitioned to an armbar.
You cannot stay in the guard of these great jiu-jitsu guys. He's gonna attack armbar here.
Oh, we're getting a finish here.
Now he falls back into the finishing position.
Oh, and that was a violent tap there, so he submits him with the armbar.
I mean, just steps ahead of the competition. Where you're playing checkers, he's playing chess in the ground fighting. And it showed tonight in this big submission victory.
He's done. He's done.
Yeah, that is an outstanding submission win turned in by that fighter here tonight. And not just the finishing instincts, but just the transitions and how patient he was to make sure that he had not just isolated the arm, but secured it before he tried to torque it. Near perfection in terms of the execution of that armbar. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game. that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Bergliata calls a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 5 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out,
Well, what an incredible result here tonight as you see the winner there celebrating his victory by way of submission, and they put so much stock into finishing this fight. They felt like to really spin his career forward, they needed to not just win, but get the finish, and they certainly got it tonight.
They got the finish. He's such a terrific grappler. Every time he is on his back, he looks for submissions over and over again. Eventually, he found one tonight and got the desired result.
All right, coming up next, it's the UFC middleweight division fight. All right, so here he is, one of the better offensive takedown guys we have in the UFC, DC. And if anyone is well equipped to speak to this, it is you. The opponent knows what's coming. At least to this point in the UFC, no one's been able to stop it.
He just has to keep him away, because the moment this guy gets close enough to either grab a leg or make body contact, now you're in trouble. He has a knowledge and an understanding of position from a lifetime of just all grappling, judo, wrestling, sambo. He does it all, and he has just so many ways to get you to the floor. This guy once told me that if he can get your leg, he's going to finish. Because he's going to give you so many things to think about, you will not be able to process and keep up with him, and eventually you're on the mat. It's unbelievable to watch him apply that knowledge to the mixed martial arts fight.
And as the wrestlers say, this is not a guy you want anywhere near your bracket.
No, you don't want him in the bracket.
Well, we probably trot out the term well-rounded in modern-day mixed martial arts more than we should, but this fighter certainly fits the bill.
Oh, 110%. He can do everything inside the octagon. Where he is most comfortable is inside of that 8-sided structure where most men are terrified of being. But for this gentleman, he only wants to be there. When you try to wrestle him, he's able to defend takedowns. If you dare stand and strike with him, he can knock you out. He's got all the tools necessary to become a UFC champion.
His first martial art, mixed martial arts, and that's not always the case. He believes that he should have a lot of advantages in this matchup tonight. Our tail of the tape for this much-anticipated middleweight encounter. So these fighters are just a year apart. Some differences in height and reach. And now to get us started, here's Bruce Buck.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a boxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Columbus, Ohio, Bam Bam. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a boxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Magnifico. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Loving.
The veteran Yves Levine draws the assignment here.
Ready?
Well, these guys have been on each other's radars for quite some time. Tonight, it shall be done. Both guys well-rounded. You think we're getting a kickboxing match tonight or what?
You just don't know, right? You don't know who's going to be able to employ their strategy the way that they need to. It's a close fight on paper, and also in every performance we have seen them put on, these guys seem to be the mirror image of each other.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
All right, here we go. First round is underway. No denying the big reach advantage for him tonight. We'll see if he can get that jab going early.
Look for him to circle on the outside. Use that long jab to keep his distance and only engage on his terms. Nice.
And he comes through with a big knee. Now goes in and secures the takedown. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Well, you got to stay busy on the bottom. He's doing it here. Nice punch. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transitions.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important.
All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
1 minute now to go in round one. Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way or the referee's going to stop this.
He better start to move, and when his opponent starts to posture, he needs to put his feet on the hip, push him away to try to escape this very, very dangerous position.
Well, that body kick was there earlier, not there on that attempt.
Right under the elbow, the body kick lands.
Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish. What a round. All right, that horn signifies the end of the round. Let's take us through some replays, champ.
And the replays are going to be kicks. That's the story of this fight to this point. He is landing these kicks at will, just driving his shin into his opponent's legs, and it's really starting to slow him down.
Round two underway.
Big kick lands.
Oh, wow! Head kick.
That was a jab.
All right, well, he's landed some good shots tonight, but there's no three-piece, there's no soda. More often than not, it's one and done.
He's not even getting a combination. I mean, if you're going to sit there at the drive-thru, order a combination, take the soda with you.
Hey, finally gets the takedown. It wasn't for any lack of effort, but finally that shot was good enough to get his opponent down.
I don't know how many times, John, I could have watched this guy shoot takedown attempts without securing one. It's almost like out of pity. You feel good for him to finally get it done. Now what does he do with this top secure?
All right, a good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off of you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
Just over 3 minutes to go in round two. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. All right, so he's sort of turtled up here. Not great body language. Perhaps he's trying to bait him in a little bit. All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. A lot of top pressure being applied here. Oh, big combination of ground and pound strikes here, DC. This could be the beginning of the end.
I mean, you got to be very careful when you take these big ground and pound strikes. You need a controlled posture on the bottom. And if you're the top guy, the guy that's looking to finish, continue to gain posture and rain down big strikes on your opponent.
Man, isn't it fun to watch this dude work on the mat?
He's unbelievable how fluid he is in his motions on the mat.
I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
Such a high-level grappler. You don't see that very often.
All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round. Oh, nice work from the bottom. Tags him with the punch. Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. And that's the end of round number 2.
Great job. 5 minutes to victory. Keep doing what you're doing. Remember those sprint drills we did in the gym?
All right, a lot of highlights from which to choose over those previous 5 minutes, DC. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, and for all the good that he did in that round, it was the punching that really led to him really taking control of the fight. He did a great job finding his shot over and over again.
All right, DC, here we go with our next round, and we'll see if he can pick up where he left off. High volume of strikes landed in the previous round.
High volume of strikes landed. He was able to be accurate, but also very, very active in his approach to the start of this fight.
Oh, nice land with the knee. You see the taller fighter having no issue getting the limb to the target there. Oh, how about it? Huge kick landed. Wow!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh, big knee. Knee to the body.
Oh, that was a really nice takedown.
All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Fighter trying to pass here, ooh, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
Ground and pound strike is true. Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh, yeah, no pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land, and he's trying to land effective strikes.
Lands the ground and pound strike. Close guard. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Continuing to work out of the half guard. Keeping busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. 2 minutes to go in our third and final round.
Look at him switch to the choke. Look at him switch to the choke. Watch triangle. Watch triangle.
There he is. He's moving to the finishing position. Now watch, he goes parallel right next to his opponent. When it's time to finish.
And this might just be a matter of time. Oh, and that is it. Choked him to sleep with the arm triangle.
The moment he dropped his chest, it dropped all of his weight on his opponent's neck and put him to sleep.
Jiu-jitsu practitioners around the world celebrating the effort of that young man tonight.
He got him!
Well, you've got to admire the toughness, right, to not tap out. Ultimately, he chooses to go to sleep, but offensively, near-perfect execution on that submission. Beautiful transitions, clearly loose with his hips, and everything he did on the ground was near-perfect technique as he ultimately gets the submission win tonight. All right, so a wild round and a wild sequence there on the ground, DC. Talk us through the highlight.
He's such a phenomenal grappler. I don't understand how people don't know that this guy wants to submit you. He is the best grappler, best submission specialist we've seen in a long time.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Leving has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 58 seconds of round number 3. For the winner by submission.
All right, So there he is, all smiles, and rightfully so, after he gets the job done by submission tonight. You told me off the air before the fight that he was going to submit him, and that's exactly what happened, man.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. And his opponent is known to lay in the guard. He made him pay for it tonight, got the submission victory.
Coming up next, we get to this UFC middleweight division fight. Well, DC, this is a true mixed martial artist of the highest order. You've watched the film. Hard for me to see much in terms of glaring weaknesses, and he believes he can react to anything that is thrown his way inside that arc.
It's unbelievable because whenever you're trying to prepare for someone, you look for weaknesses. But when you watch this guy, nothing jumps off the page. When you think I have to go wrestle him, you realize very quickly that not only can he defend takedowns, he can also go and secure them himself. He's that new breed of fighter that has been doing every discipline from the very start of his career. You know you're looking at a guy that will contend for a championship.
And if our fighter meeting on Thursday is any indication, confidence, not an issue for this young man coming in here tonight. All right, so here he is, one of the more prolific takedown artists in the UFC at present. And when you get some praise from Daniel Cormier, when it comes to your offensive takedown game, you know you're doing something right.
And you talk about wrestlers and judo players and grapplers, but this guy just combines all of that. He is able to use foot sweeps from the grappling game. He is able to use throws from judo, and he's able to use wrestling from the wrestling game to take people down. He has an array of takedowns at his disposal, and he uses every single one of them. From the speed of the level change to the timing to the knowledge of where to go next. When the guy starts to defend, he's truly something special.
I don't think he could take you down, but tonight he doesn't have to. So in this matchup, prevailing wisdom is he'll be able to get this fight to the canvas. Our tail of the tape for this middleweight fight. Both fighters are 35 years old. Some differences in height and reach as well. How about some Bruce Buffer?
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a freestyle fighter, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Columbus, Ohio, Razor. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Bad Intentions. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
The veteran Herb Dean draws the assignment here.
Ready. Ready to fight.
Round 1 is upon us between 2 of the best fighters in this division. Hard to find anything resembling a glaring weakness on either side when you break down the film.
There are no weaknesses in these guys. These guys are as well-rounded as they come. They both can wrestle, both can grapple, both can strike. They can do it all. And these are the matchups that we dream of as MMA fans.
Still unable to find that precise range with the high kick. Oh, big elbow. Now goes in and secures the takedown. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent.
Now he's attacking the triangle.
Triangle looks pretty tight, DC. I'm no Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, but maybe not good here.
No, it looks like it's getting in deep. Watch triangle, watch triangle. Needs to push the arm to the side. Get his head against the mat. Now watch as he goes to the finish. Watch his move.
And he's out.
Trying to recover full guard there.
Oh, really nice work to keep busy off of his back as he lands some more offense here from Bob. Oh, lands a left punch there, and a lot of it set up by good footwork.
Really great footwork and setting traps so that he can land that beautiful left hand.
Well, you got to be working off of your back. He's certainly doing so here. Nice punch. Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh, yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage off.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Well, these are some excellent ground and pound strikes here, DC. There's an efficiency with which he operates in these situations.
He knows exactly when to throw, exactly when to hold, and it's allowing him to really control the grappling aspect of the fight.
There's a song there, right? Know when to hold him, know when to fold him.
Yep, absolutely.
Bottom fighter trying to control posture, unable to do so.
And now he's in a lot of danger. He's got to grab that head or he's going to get blasted.
So we cross the 30-second mark in our opening round. I mean, how many can he take? Seconds to go. Changes his stance. You'll see a lot of this from this fighter. All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides, really.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
There. Let's shake it off. You need to do exactly what we did in the gym. I want you to keep your hands up, keep moving your head, keep moving your feet, cut those angles, and let's just...
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, round two.
Great punch.
Oh, really using his reach advantage there as he lands the punch, DC. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes up. All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie. Oh, man, this guy kicks like a mule.
So hard. He kicks so hard every time you can see him drive his shin into his opponent.
Head kick. Oh, right hand gets up to block it. Kick to the body now. That one won't land.
There's no tell on that leg kick. Oh.
Big knee lands there. Knee to the body.
Oh! Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him. He is getting lit up right now, John.
All right, he engages in the single collar tie.
Look at the skip action that allows you to land that big knee. Oh, that was nice, John. That was nice. What a takedown attempt. Oh, wow. Oh! It's in there deep. There you go.
And there it is! All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
Just watch how slowly he approaches the submission, though. He never rushes. He takes his time, but it's his trickiness. It's his ability to trick people into going to the floor with him that puts them in danger and finishing fights.
So there he is, your winner by submission. That is a finish they will likely be talking about for some time. Big win, major statement made to the rest of this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean is going to stop this contest at 3 minutes, 18 seconds of round number 2. For the winner by submission,
Well, the celebration is on in his corner, and hard to blame these guys, sort of waiting to exhale, get a huge win tonight, and not just the win, they get it by submission.
They knew what they had in front of them. They knew how tough a competitor his opponent was, but they also knew that if they could get this fight to the ground, they could find a submission. They found a submission. He got his hand raised in the way that he loves the most.
All right, coming up next, it's the UFC middleweight division fight. Well, this guy has truly made the takedown a thing of beauty in mixed martial arts. With respect to yourself and George St. Pierre and the truly great takedown artists, this guy's closing the gap and entering that company in the eyes of many.
Oh, absolutely, because he's done such a great job of timing takedowns. I haven't seen anyone so good at slipping a jab into a takedown since George St. Pierre.
Right.
He does a phenomenal job of getting from step 1 to step 2 before his opponent even realizes, now he's in on my leg. And if they do get their hips back, immediately he's up into a foot sweep, or a headlock, or an inside trip. It's just so many different ways for him to get you to the floor that he will throw every single one at you every single time.
And a lot of fighters talk about that wrestling maintenance and how hard it is, right, over the course of a career to continue to drill those things. He talks a lot about that, and that's why he's continued to realize success here in the UFC. Well, this is about as decorated a kickboxer as has come into this division in some time, DC. And if we get a kickboxing match tonight, he ain't losing.
He is a championship-level kickboxer, a guy that can stand in the pocket and trade and kick and punch with anyone. He's constantly throwing things from as close as you can get. He's comfortable throwing leg kicks. He will drive these into your body. But it's the aggressiveness and the ability and willingness to stand in the pocket and trade that makes him truly, truly special. I think that is what separates kickboxers, the high-level one, from everyone else.
He understands distance as well as any striker in this division. Of course, that is a byproduct of a lifetime of repetitions in the kickboxing space.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a boxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Columbus, Ohio, Bam Bam! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Columbus, Ohio, Thomas! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Lavigne.
The veteran Yves Lavigne draws the assignment here.
Ready?
All right, so here we go, round 1. I can barely hear myself think in this arena right now. 2 of the most dominant, well-rounded fighters in this division.
I mean, these guys are the best of all of mixed martial arts. They can do everything when they're locked inside of the octagon. I'm so excited to watch the highest level of MMA on display tonight.
Well, you saw the tail of the tape. He has a reach advantage and made good use of it there with that punch.
Good night if that landed.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by the gentleman.
And he connects with a punch there. We'll see if there's more where that came from.
Boxing Boxing, boxing.
Superman punch lands.
You take more of these leg kicks, you will not be able to be very active on your feet.
A single collar tie there. Ooh, combination of knees. That is not what he is looking for. He better raise that guard quickly.
You better raise that guard.
Oh, big knee.
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight.
Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots.
Real sneaky body.
Oh!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh, he might be out. Oh!
Big body kick.
Oh, single collar tie here.
Ooh, big shot land. Oh, nice. You gotta check these low leg kicks.
Oh, nice kick right there. Tell the masses how. Oh! Close guard. Looking for a guillotine.
He's attacking guillotine.
Nicely done.
Nice work. Excellent pace last round. Now we're gonna kick it off. He doesn't know you have a whole.
All right, so there's the end of the round. He has been committed to that body work all night. Certainly paid off over those previous 5 minutes.
Yeah, he's investing in the body. He's not taking out withdrawals. He's depositing into body punching, and now it's showing itself. He's made an investment. Let's see how that investment pays off as we go forward.
Always better to be making a deposit than a withdrawal.
Oh, yeah, you got to stop taking withdrawals in all situations of your life. Your relationship, your fighting, everything.
Oh, really using his reach advantage as he landed the jab there. Well, he's been pretty accurate tonight. He's landed some significant strikes, but his corner's looking for him to mix it up a little bit more and just throw more volume.
Because they don't see too much of a...
Oh!
Get right here.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Good stick.
Wow. Goes to the body there. Able to check that kick as well. Beautiful right hook counter. Single collar tie.
Big punch to the clinch.
And they separate. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. Well, he's got the kicking game going tonight, lands another one there.
A beautiful kick, and all I can think of, better him than me.
And a nice job, and he finally gets the takedown now. So what do they say?
Oh, he's got a choke. Oh.
And he's out. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Trying to guard pass here, not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transition.
Well, you see all the grappling repetitions here. Just beautiful movement, seamless transitions on it.
Over and over, these guys are doing things that you see in every jiu-jitsu gym around the country.
crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here. And if you're the opponent, you've got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop it.
You got to defend. But you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
Working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head, like, through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Oh, his opponent squirming like a fish out of water now. The ground and pound is on point. This could very well be the beginning of the end.
This could be the beginning of the end. We've seen some really good ground and pound fighters. This young man is as good as any we've ever seen.
All right, let's check out some of the action now from that previous round, and he really kept finding a home for those kicks.
Yeah, and why would you change it? If your opponent is not going to check, if he's going to stand there and he's not on his toes and he's stationary, you keep driving those kicks into his thighs, into his body, until he makes some sort of adjustment.
All right, DC, here we go with our next round. It wasn't just the accuracy, it was the aggressiveness, the volume.
It was unbelievable to watch him be so active. The cardio, the push, the pace, and the pressure that he fought with. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can maintain this over 15 minutes.
All collar tie, and they separate. Well, he's been good tonight, but he missed with that one. Stuffed the takedown, no problem. And there comes the separation now. Well, he has landed some good shots, DC, but really unable to string anything together in terms of solid combinations.
It's because he's not committing to it fully. He throws his jab.
Oh,
he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press it. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh! Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. Just over 3 minutes to go in round 3. Wild swing there. Well, this is exactly the sense of urgency you're looking for. Back to the feet.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Oh! He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh! And just like that, the fight is over.
Over. Oh, my goodness. What a fight.
Yeah, man, crowd loving it. Just a gorgeous shot there to end the fight. Really just the way he drew it up. He found the opening and capitalized on it to the utmost extent. Nicely done to finish the fight. Well, he's going to enjoy watching this one back. Let's take a look at the replay of the knockout just a moment ago.
It was right hand after right hand after right hand. Finally, he found the one that hit the exact sweet spot that ended his opponent's night.
And there he is, all smiles. What a huge knockout he turned in here tonight. That is one they'll be talking about for some time.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 58 seconds of round number 3. Going the winner by knockout.
Well, there will be no shutting that smile off tonight. The celebration. All right, coming up next, this highly anticipated matchup for the UFC middleweight division. So here he is, the #1 middleweight contender, getting set for this 185-pound title fight. He believes this title shot should have come a long time ago, but he has let bygones be bygones. The focus now, unseating the champion in dominant fashion and starting a new middleweight legacy of his own. 25 minutes or fewer away from becoming the new champion. We will see how he performs tonight. So here he is, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world. This man ubiquitously regarded as the top 85er at present. Some people believe this is the greatest middleweight of all time. He certainly does, and he has goals even beyond that. He wants to be one of the greatest mixed martial arts athletes of all time, and in order to preserve that goal, this is a title defense, simply put, that he's got to have. Our tail of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. Well, at least on paper, what an even matchup. Everything between these two fighters is nearly identical. All right, now for the particulars, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Yves Levine. And now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Middleweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a boxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Columbus, Ohio, presenting the challenger, Bam Bam. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a freestyle fighter, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Columbus, Ohio, presenting the reigning, defending UFC undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Razor.
UFC belt on the line, guys. Protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now, go back to your corner.
And with that touch of the gloves, we are underway.
Ready?
All right, so here we are in Madison Square Garden, this arena, not synonymous with winning when it comes to the NBA's New York Knicks, but certainly there have been a lot of big UFC moments here over the last few years.
No championship for the Knicks, but when we fight here, somebody gets to take home a beautiful gold belt. Tonight, let's see how you perform in the world's greatest arena. Right hand punch in the clinch.
That punch no good. All right, throws a straight punch and lands, so that is increasingly becoming an effective weapon for him tonight.
This is one of his best strikes, and he's throwing it over and over again. Nice punch lands over the top. Ooh, head kick lands, and he's hurt. Way to hide that leg kick. Oh, nice. Nice.
Oh, spinning back fist out of nowhere.
Look at him whip his hips into that kick. Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down. Big punch lands over the top. Positive follows.
So he has stayed busy and he has stayed accurate. Nice combination.
Very accurate, a lot of activity, and the hands look phenomenal tonight.
Oh, the Superman punch is good. And now he's got that.
Oh, man, look at it. This is exactly what he needed to get a takedown and secure the position.
Oh, his opponent squirming like a fish out of water now. The ground and pound is on point. This could very well be the beginning of the end.
This could be the beginning of the end. We've seen some really good ground and pound fighters. This young man is as good as any we've ever seen. Watch triangle, watch triangle. Needs to push the arm to the side. Get his head against.
Oh, man, that was slick.
Keep it busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Oh, useful strike on the ground, that was. Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career. 45 seconds to go here in round one. Oh, tagged him with that right hand. What a strike that was.
What a strike that he is landing over and over again. His opponent will need to make some adjustments.
Block that kick to the body. 10 seconds now to go in the round. Oh, single collar tie here. Round two straight ahead.
Nice work. He really pushed the pace on that. Excellent wrestling. I love the ground control. This round,
While we look back at some of the replays from that previous round, DC, a lot of good action for fight fans over those 5 minutes.
I mean, high pace, high intensity, all action first round. Both landed multiple strikes. What a great round of fighting.
All right, DC, second round is getting underway. Round one, not the round of the year necessarily, but some good in there.
And it's not always gonna be. When you have two very talented fighters, sometimes it's very even. That's what we saw in round number one.
Oh, no way, spinning back fist.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Oh, he got that inside leg kick to the target there, DC. You don't want to eat too many of those.
No, you can't. It starts to beat up the inside thigh. That is a technique you use to really slow down your opponent.
All right, well, he's landed some good shots tonight, but there's no three-piece, there's no soda. More often than not, it's one and done.
He's not even getting a combination. I mean, if you're gonna sit there at the drive-thru, order a combination, take the soda with your food, give him the right hand behind the jab, give him the hook behind the right hand, jab, right hand.
All right, so now we are on the ground. Now he is in his wheelhouse. We'll see if he can get one of his submissions to pop here tonight. Oh, looks like he's trying to isolate an arm, maybe set up a Kimura here, DC.
Yeah, he's gonna try to attack Kimura.
And this might just be a matter of time.
Full side control now.
Back to his feet. Oh, and there's a takedown attempt. Not a great entry there, DC.
Not a great entry. He showed everything he was going to do. He didn't hide his takedown. You knew from the moment this fight started he was going to go get a shot off. The opponent was ready, and he defended it perfectly.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. Head off the center line, slips the punch. Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in the second round. No denying that he has taken the message from his corner and picked up the pace here in round two. That's a big hook. Blocks the shot. Oh, nice connection there with a punch, DC.
Great time to land that punch.
Oh, you see him tear that hand to the body. Beautiful hook shot there to the midsection.
Watch knees to the body.
Oh, crippling uppercut. DC, didn't take him long to find his range here tonight, huh?
His timing is on point.
And that's the end of round number two.
Nice single leg entry. Rotates the head outside to a high crotch. body kick right there, landed perfect.
All right, a lot of tremendous striking action in that last round, DC. I know you don't have a telestrator, but take us through the replay.
I mean, I would love to have my telestrator right now. That was a great display of high-level mixed martial arts striking. Both combatants stood toe-to-toe and let it all hang out.
All right, so another round is now underway. Pretty good action over the previous 10 minutes. Your thoughts on what we might see here?
Both of the guys really picking up on the action, putting their foot on the gas, and really starting to drive it home as we approach the end of the fight, and we're still so evenly matched, and the fight has been so close to this point.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds.
He's limping now. Big punch land. Ooh. Nice head kick.
All right, single collar tie now. Back and forth we go. Oh, look at that jab. Snapped his head back.
His jab gets to the target so fast, and he always brings his hands right back to his face.
Well, just as he did in the previous round, continuing to land a high number of strikes here, and he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down. Scary, scary proposition for the opponent. Offensive fight, nice job to block the shot there. Oh, collar tie, nice 1-2 there. And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands. Oh, a little single collar tie there.
Nice kick with the right hand.
Oh, just out of range with that punch attempt. And they separate. All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie. Well, he is really starting to apply a lot of pressure here down the stretch. Not as much offense earlier in the fight. He is making up for lost time now. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Oh, just misses with the kick.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Got the single collar tie.
Nice punch lands over the top.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Straight right is there.
Oh, he's hurt. He's hurt already. Bad.
And there's a takedown attempt. Waning seconds here of round number 3. That's 3 rounds. We're now headed to the championship rounds. All right, there's the horn, and what a round it was. DC, take us through the replays.
Punch after punch. He landed him at will. He went right at his opponent, got in his face, and showed this is my octagon. We are going to dance to the beat of my tune.
Get back out here and work on that cut. Slice you open good. There's a lot of blood. You can't go much longer with a cut like this. We need a finish.
All right, so here we go with our 4th round of a possible 5, and a lot of fighters change up their training camp when they're fighting 5 rounds versus 3.
Yeah, you got to change it up. You have to mix things up because fighting for an extra 10 minutes is not normal. Guys don't do this normally. It's a 15-minute fight, so you have to do things physically and also mentally to make sure that you're ready to go that extra 10 minutes.
All right, he engages in the single collar tie.
Yes, they hurt him in the last round. Same exact one.
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue.
Great diversity in this attack. Nice elbow in the clinch.
Single collar tie now.
Big kick. Oh, nice inside trip there. Oh, that was nice.
All right, working working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Just over 2 minutes to go. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Oh, all right, he's got the full mount now, DC, and he has proven to be a hard guy to buck off from this position.
Oh, because he's so heavy. He keeps his weight down. He really does grind on you with his bottom half. He doesn't do anything with his arms. His arms are free to punch. He's collecting you with his hips and his legs, making you make a determination as to whether or not you want to get ground and pounded in the mat, or if you're going to give your back up, where he will then start to chase chokes.
A lot of energy expenditure defensively.
Now the guy's got armbar. He's attacking it on him. Gotta be careful, armbar. You gotta recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you gotta move him off, and you gotta cover.
And
you
this
can't
might
be off
just
to an
be a
ankle.
matter of time. There it is. So he taps out due to the arm bar tonight. High-level grappling work.
I mean, he had to tap. If he did not tap, this man is not opposed to snapping his arm.
Right.
Sometimes it's better to live to fight another day, but hats off to this fighter on a great submission victory.
All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
He does a great job of staying patient. He doesn't rush or panic. You are never safe when you're fighting this guy. You're in a lot of trouble. You're in a lot of trouble the entire time when you're this good in the submissions.
So there he is, ladies and gentlemen, the UFC middleweight champion of the world, your winner by submission tonight. And it is going to take a spectacular effort to dethrone this guy at 185 pounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 55 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by tap out. And still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Razor.
And still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion, and with style points tonight. How about the best 185-pounder in the world submitting the #1 contender here tonight? And I'm not sure I've seen him celebrate a win quite to the extent to which he is right now, embracing his coaches. They might even bring the family in here at one point in time. This is a huge win for the man who entered as the undisputed best and leaves that way too.